Remember that you just washed your engines. I want you to pick up that phone, call your captain, let him know the problem is. While you're at it, you might want to let him know, that you're going to take on a little bit of water. Give him a call. Keep talking to him a bit. Keep talking. And cut. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call a physical effect. Go and get that nice round of applause. And then I can hear one approaching about, I'd say 10 o'clock. You got an enemy fighter inbound. Okay, you're surprised, you're scared, you're stunned, your jumping's coming around for another run. Captain, spin the wheel, get the PT boat out of there. Deck crew, this is panic, chaos, madness. Alright, it's too late, shut up, get on the boat, Captain, talk to the mechanic, let him know what's going on. Deck crew, what is this over here in the starboard side of the boat? Yeah, see that coming in fast on the right-hand side? It looks like it might be an enemy torpedo. Start to relax. Alright, you just survived the aerial raid, but it's not over yet, because then you spot 2 more torpedoes approaching hot off your stern. Now, fortunately for you, they passed.
Kerry Russell all got their start right here on our studio sound stages. To the right-hand side of our shuttle, you'll now see 2 of the surviving props from the Touchstone hit film Pearl Harbor, starring Ben Affleck and Josh Hartnett. Molded from the frame of real P-40 aircraft, these full-scale replicas are cast in fiberglass over a steel frame. They're film's dramatic attack sequence. Our production crew created 16 of these replicas for the film. The other airplanes that you saw lining the runways or sitting in front of the hangars were created inside a computer. Speaking of inside, we're going to duck inside now into the glamorous world of creative costuming. The whole process here will begin with a designer's sketch, and if you look on both sides of the corridor, you can see some examples of their artwork. From there, our team of seamsters and the Guardians. We have the world's largest wardrobe in daily operation. Our 250 skilled professionals go through over 1.5 million yards of fabric every year to create up to 25,000 costumes. Next on your left, you'll see a display case with costumes and props from Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. After that, on book, Erica Christensen and Peter Sarsgaard. We have another airplane, the Jailbird from Con Air, starring John Cusack, John Malkovich, and Nicolas Cage. And we'll finish up with 2 motorcycles, both from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, starring Harrison Ford and Sean Connery. Now in just a moment, Crispy's going to take us deeper into the backlot. A backlot for a studio, thank you Crispy, we're all clear. It's where we can build large, elaborate outdoor sets for film and television work, like the one in front of us and the one off to our right-hand side. Sets like these come in handy because when production crews try to go on location to shoot, they can often run into problems that they have little or no control over. Things like crowds, traffic, and noise. And so to avoid those problems, they'll often prefer to shoot on a backlot just like this one. But I'm sure he'll be able to pull himself together in time for that 2:45 performance. Right now, our destination is here on your right side. This area with production company is inside, testing out some special effects. Now, they are currently on a lunch break, and we've been given the all clear to bring everyone inside to show you what they've been working on. It's a little bit bumpy on here with our shuttle, so I would like to remind everyone to please remain seated and to secure all loose items. The set that you're looking at has been fashioned after an actual canyon in southern how long it takes Mother Nature to make the real thing. 6 months isn't so bad. We'll stop here for a moment and I'll tell you more about this area, which we call Catastrophe Canyon. Thank you, Crispy. All right, now directly above our entire shuttle, there are large platforms where the different production crews will mount their cameras to shoot downward into the set. The tanker truck across from us came from the boneyard. We couldn't drive it across the ravine next to it, so we had to use a crane to lift it up and over the canyon walls and then lower it down into place for safe shoot. In a freestanding set like this one, we have a lot of control over elements, and some of those elements do include the weather. So when we needed terrain on cue, thank you guys, above our heads and outside the camera range, there are pipes. At the end of each pipe is a water nozzle. It'll shoot the water outward about 15 feet or so in a crisscross pattern, so it falls to the ground a little more natural to the camera's eye, just like regular rain. Besides the weather, we can also create additional special effects. Scene 1, take 2. I thought you guys were at lunch. I'm sorry, everybody. It looks like they changed their shooting schedule and they forgot to tell us. You better hang on. We've just been cast as extras say to reset for another take? Well, I think once was more than enough for us, thank you. But now you all can see why we call this Get Past the Meat Champion. So what did you think? Well, we're going to take you all behind the scenes right now and show you how some of these special effects are made. Christy, when you're ready, we are all clear. Top of the set, and that sent 70,000 gallons of water thundering down the canyon at our shuttle. To add more action to the scene, air cannons were used to blow water into the set. These air cannons are so powerful that if we took one to New York City and put a basketball on the end of it, we could shoot the ball up and over the top of the Empire State Building. The pumps located there at the end of our set help us to recycle all of the used rain and flood water, and the earthquake effect that you felt was created by a series of shaker tables. And if we were to turn those all the way up to November, 234 Mickey Mouse, that's Walt Disney's personal aircraft. It's the same plane that Walt used when he flew from Los Angeles to New York City for the 1964 need for land to buy, so he could build a new project, a project that would ultimately become us, the Walt Disney World Resort. We Strikes Back. The Yellow Submersible and Helicopter are both from the live aquatic with Steve Zissou. That starred Oscar-winning actress Kate Blanchett. Number 53 is Demolition Herbie from Herbie Fully Loaded. We have a red presidential escape pod from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and 2 more crypts from the Haunted Mansion. On your right side, you'll see we've moved in now behind the main set here at Lights, Motors, and Action. Things do look very different back here, don't they? Well, we do it this way intentionally. Whenever we do a live-action stage show or a movie or a television show, all we have to make and decorate will be what our guests or what our cameras can see. This saves us a lot of time. Big things look small, like the Empire State Building. The real one in New York City is over 100 stories high. Our recreation here is just about 4, but to the camera's eye, it'll all look perfectly natural. It's right now the lunch hour, so off to your right side you will find the studio catering company as well as restrooms down that way. And behind you next to the arena, in case you just like a snack or something cold to drink, we have Herbie's Drive-In, and there are additional restroom facilities located outside the arena. At this time, we're now coming to the final portion of your tour, which today